So, you come here, you're redshirting the year, and then all of a sudden, you go from redshirting to playing 40 snaps, possibly starting. What is, I guess, the last kind of week or so been like for you?
A whirlwind. It's been really crazy, especially, the last couple weeks have been kind of crazy. In the beginning of the year, we didn't know if I was redshirting or not. We were going to try me out at nose guard and see if I could contribute. So then about 4 games into the season, we decided we'll probably, we're 4 games in. We don't really, you're not essential. We can play without you. We don't need to burn the year. So it seemed like I wouldn't play. And then Aziz got hurt, and coach called me into his office and said, we need someone that, to give some plays here and there, give DP and Goose and Looters a break here and there, and we want you to be that guy. And I was on board just because it's the best thing for the team. And so originally, that's what kept me okay with redshirting off the bat, is I knew it would be what was best for the team. That's they have the best interest for me and the team as well. And then I just guess this was the next step I had to do. And at the time, Coach Hart had said it might be for 5 or 10 plays a game. Coach Shaw himself said, even maybe 15. And Coach Hart told me, if we can get you 70 plays by the end of the season, it's a win. And then the game comes, and that was on Wednesday. So Wednesday's practice got all the reps. Thursday's practice got all the reps, and just started watching film nonstop, making sure I knew everything. Had to know the nickel calls as well, because I've only been working at nose guard. So it was really, really stressful. It was very stressful. When I got to Arizona on Friday, I had some family come visit the hotel, and that was the first time. It was only for an hour, but it was the first time my mind was off of football, and it was really kind of like I kind of needed it just the night before the game. And then the game time came, and Coach Hart was like, expect either the third drive to get in or the start of the second half. And come second half, I already had 20 plays under my belt. So I'm excited that I am the next guy up. Am I emerging as a guy that can contribute? And that's all I want to do, is help the team as best as I can.
So you mentioned playing that nose tackle position. Had you done any of that prior to last week or this season?
In high school, if we played a team that would run midline or gouge it up the middle, they'd throw me in there just because a little different to here. In high school, I was the biggest kid on the team. And now out of the however many D linemen were left, I'm the smallest. So I had played a little bit, no technique-wise. I didn't know anything to do. So it was a completely change of game. And then coming out here just being the smallest guy, it kind of David versus Goliath almost in there, or it's not the size of the dog in the fight type of thing. But they coached me up. I'm still very, very reckless. I don't have the technique down, which kind of there's like light at the end of the tunnel if I can just to be a guy to plug in there as of now, maybe 4 years down the road with the right technique, with Coach Hart obviously knows everything about, I can develop into a major contributor.
You feel like you're ready for maybe it'll be 60 snaps this week? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm preparing I'm preparing to play every play. If you take a stand back, it really kind of stinks what's going on. And for David and Aziz, those are two my mentors. I came watching those guys. They were like role models to me. They still are. And they coached me up through training camp. They coached me up through all the practices and stuff. And just being in our locker room hallway, we're all friends. We've bonded crazy. And since we all play the same position, I've bonded with them the most out of all of them. And so to see them go down, it really hurts. It's just from being a teammate and a friend. But then switch over to the business side of football, just like the T-shirt says, the next man up is the best man up. And although that had to happen twice, that's just the way it happened. And I wouldn't call it a blessing, but I do believe God has a plan. So I'm just following the steps. If I'm playing 2 plays this game, if I'm playing 100, it's just what's going to be, I guess. I'm preparing for anything.
I wonder, do the older guys, remind the freshmen on this team how hard it was to get here? Is that still a narrative within the locker room?
What do you mean?
Just
thank you very much.
Coming from a lower position, not being a great program, 7-8 years back, is that still kind of that chip on your shoulder there? As a team, do they pass that down still?
We do hear it a lot. I hear it mainly from the coaches. They like to use the analogy of a cart. and a lot of guys who built the program were pushing the cart, and some guys were riding in it and stuff, and now it's their time to push the cart. So the upperclassmen are kind of being told that as well as I, and I take that being a young buck who's getting a few snaps, that I kind of want to start pushing the cart too. So when my class is playing with me, we can all be on the same level of trying to carry what of the players that came before us. And it kind of, I feel bad that my first game here at Stanford was a loss. I know I can't take it personal, but it's not. I don't like the taste of losing, and especially with being 4-3. I mean, that's not where we want to be. There's nowhere near where we want to be, but we're trying to work. I know that, every one of us, and I like the upperclassmen are really helping me out when I'm out on the field, whether when it was with David or whether it was with Henry or Luters. Those guys are really helping me out sometimes if I'm not sure on a call or it's happening real fast. Arizona State was right on the ball, so they're looking over at the sideline. I'm just trying to figure out where I line up, and Henry will help me out or David would help me out. And so they know I'm still immature to the game. I'm just a student of it, but I'm trying to take in as much as I can. I want to learn as much as I can.
Great.